Up next on Elusive Kev TV, we've got more coverage from Formula Xbox Season 2. This time we're in Canada for round 7. Hey, I'm Kev Kerr, Mr. Kerr, and welcome to some more action from Formula Xbox Season 2. And I am in the Ferrari in this championship. I haven't done many rounds of this championship, unfortunately. I've been busy at the weekends, but managed to do this one in Canada, one of my favourite circuits in real life and actually in the game as well. Even though the corner cuts can get a bit annoying at times because I really didn't know how to drive the circuit well. I didn't really have my braking points set in right, but this time I got a good setup, good on tyre wear especially, and I was really surprised about that in the race, and it probably cost me a bit on strategy as you're going to see. But in qualifying, nicely into the corners, a bit of understeer, but I think that's inherent in the game. So it's not. So you're always going to have a bit of understeer, but does his best to iron it out with this setup. And as you can see, going into the first 3 corners, not a bad first sector, or a bit down on my previous fastest, and I think I actually went a bit faster as well on the previous lap, but I made a mistake in the middle sector on my prime tyres, quite a fine on the primes, and then changing to the softs later in the race. That's my usual strategy in races. And not a bad second set. So I finally figured out how to brake. You had to brake under the bridge for that chicane there. And I finally figured out you can turn in. You virtually just straight line the corner. You go almost in a straight line. It'll turn in and just put the power down. And not a bad second set as well. But again, a bit down, it seemed, on my previous one. So going into the last corner now, the Wall of Champs. The champion chicane, as I like to call it. Brake just before 100 metres. Get it down to second. Smoothly done there off third. That was smoothly done there. And there's Chicken Macaroon. He got placed by his brother Arte for this race. And Arte, of course, from TGP series, so he's going to be very fast. And both Saubers were very fast. You can see there, both McLarens as well. Third row, both Williams on the fourth row with the Lotus and Red Bull right up there. And in the top 10, good qualifying for me. I'm still getting used to actually using DRS in this game. As I said, I don't practice. All of my time trial times are actually done without DRS. I don't really use DRS. So yeah, still getting used to using DRS and getting on that, early enough in the corners where you can really gain some time. But as you can see at the start now in my bright red Ferrari from 9th, we got a bit bogged down. We got a bit backwards as Drastic Midget goes past us, as a HRT flies past us, and we got cars on our outside here, so we've got to be really careful. Don't move across on them on the inside like ISTM there in the Lotus. And we got the Marussia looking down our inside, but we brake. Leaving room, but we brake round his outside. Now you're going to see an incident happen in this 5th corner in Point du Conquet, as they called it. And yeah, a car went wide, rejoined the track, bit of a concertina effect. I got caught up, kind of nudged ISTM. I was actually already spinning round, so when the Marussia came through, barging through, just went round as well. And you see I get a penalty. I think ISTM also got a penalty, but they both got rescinded. So at the end of the race, when you see plus 10 seconds, he gets removed. And here, I try to copy what the Marussia did. See monkey, do monkey. Fortunately, I managed to save it though, and you're going to see I might do that a bit later as well, just to bookend the race. But on to the second lap now. As you saw on the first lap, came across the line in 10th, made it up to 9th now. I think Drastic Delvin was McLaren went across the line, and there's Chicken Macaroon even. There's Macaroon. No, I will get it. But he's very fast, and you see me moving up the order to 8th now. I'm right behind Drastic Midget now, and I'm pushing really hard to get past him. So hard, I thought I'd take more of the front ring off. Get that weight down. We want to get that weight down. We don't need aero. So as we go round the hairpin, unfortunately, Drastic Midget loses back end indicator up to 7th place. So this is working well, this strategy at the moment on these prime times, working our way up the order very nicely after that dreadful start. So on lap 6, we see them McLaren right in front of us. Joins right in front of us in Kai. MB Kai. I think that's how you say it. I know you watch these videos, so tell me below if I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, made it past him. And then K gives unbelievably made a mistake. Sebastian Vettel, as I like to call him, in the Red Bull. And made a mistake there. And so we're up another position, up to 6th. But move of the race here. As you can see, I got a poor exit there. But Legion, he was catching a few laps beforehand. on his new prime tyres. He put it very early, but you can see on the exit here, I was losing the back end. He was losing the back end, but he sees the gap on the outside, slots his car nicely into it. Great move from Legion there, and I think I'll link his video in the description below even, so you can check out his reaction, because he does a live comms for all of these Formula Xbox races, and they're always enjoyable. And as you can see, I went wide in the hairpin trying to catch up to him, and I thought this is a good time to actually change tyres. So on lap 8 I changed tyres, and there's actually a bit late. I was losing time on these prime tyres, like a couple of seconds per lap, especially to Legion on these fresh primes, and I could finally change that front wing, get some aero on the car. I thought I have some weight back on that. Aero actually is quite important in the end, it seems. So I rejoined in 9th behind K Gibbs here, and that's, you can see how much time I lost. I rejoined quite a few seconds behind K Gibbs. So yeah, really maybe should have changed onto the options earlier, especially as they really held up in this race with this setup. So I really should have done that. But then through the next corner, that was the most pointless edit ever. But yeah, through the next corner, find out no curves, but it did come back about a couple of laps later, and that caused me to choose tyres instead of the fuel mix, because I wanted to put it onto Rich. I always have started with caution fuel, and always got some in my pocket, and so I was catching K Gibbs, and he was battling with the Williams head. Unfortunately, touched here into that chicane, a dangerous chicane it seems, and I just sneaked through down his inside. I almost went to the back of him, but managed to check up in time, get the acceleration through, and I think I actually pulled away from K Gibbs here. I think we got a nice lap time here, 14.8, one of the fastest laps of the race actually. I was really surprised about that. And I was pulling away from K Gibbs near the end and catching Arias, TRM, and even managed to do a bunny hop while I was doing that. And yeah, he pitted, I think on the first lap actually, onto prime tyres, so he really hit the cliff at the end here. But as you can see, I talked about bookmarking the race, almost lost the back in the last corner, but I managed to keep it going to 7th place. Great result there in the Ferrari. Very nice pace as well, and again, ruin again not changing onto his options earlier. But hope you enjoyed this race. Unfortunately, it's going to be the last Formula X race for quite a while, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, so till next time, cheerio.